Can Andy Reid win a Super Bowl? Wow. Wow, man. Let me just give you a little bit of background on me and Andy Reid. I was always an Andy Reid hater. Not always, but towards the second half of his Eagles tenure, I was an Andy Reid hater. And let me explain to you why. I'm not just a hater of everything. I don't just hate people for no reason. Let me explain to you why. Andy Reid is definitely one of the greatest team construction, drafting, talent evaluating, talent developing coaches in the history of the game. Literally in the history of the game. He can take a team from nothing and make them good in 2 years. He did it with the Eagles. He did it with the Chiefs. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. It's what he does. He takes a bad team and he literally reconstructs them. And it's actually amazing what he does with his team construction, talent evaluating skills. He took over the Eagles in 98, 99, drafted McNabb, drafted Brian Dawkins. He just got the ball rolling, built one of the best Eagles defenses of all time. But when it comes to calling plays on the field, Andy Reid is not good at it. He's not good at it. He never was good at it. He was always very pass happy. He was always pass. He would get in his zone, and he would pass. And he would abandon the run often a lot in the second half of games when it was the most important. LaShawn McCoy would finish games with 11 carries for 115 yards. Brian Westbrook would finish games with 9 carries. In the playoffs against the 2003 St. Louis Rams, when you really had to ground and pound and manage the clock, Andy Reid would get so pass happy, abandon the run. He would burn his timeouts. I mean, he shot himself in the foot multiple times with his game management skills or lack thereof. Now, should I be rooting for Andy Reid to win a Super Bowl? Yes, I should be. I should be rooting for Andy Reid to win a Super Bowl. And I was on the no earlier last week-ish. I was like, nah, I'm not rooting for Andy Reid to win a Super Bowl. He's never going to win it. He can't manage a game. He can't call plays. But I should respect Andy Reid. Andy Reid gave me so much entertaining football in my childhood that I would have never had without Andy Reid. Seriously. The early 2000s Eagles, actually the 2000, from 99 to about 2008, they were entertaining. They were always one of the best teams in the league, always. I credit part of that to Jim Johnson, one of the greatest defensive coordinators of all time. The Eagles always had one of the best defenses. But Andy Reid gave me great football. Now, when it came down to getting into the Super Bowl, he consistently failed. But we can also put that on the talent because, whatever it was before the Deshaun Jackson era, whatever happened with Andy Reid not being able to draft wide receivers or never attempting to draft a wide receiver, that came back to bite him in the foot also. Bite him in the ass, shoot him in the foot, whatever. And ruin his chances at getting into Super Bowl earlier in his career too, because Donovan McNabb played his entire career with Todd Pinkston and James Thrash. Like, legitimately, that's who he had every year. Greg Lewis, Freddie Mitchell. Oh, the belt. This man made one catch in his whole career. The belt. Freddie Mitchell. Andy Reid never gave Donovan McNabb any good wide receivers until the Terrell Owens signing happened. 1 year. 1 year, Donovan McNabb had a good receiver on the field, and they lit up the entire NFL. They started out, 12-0, went to the Super Bowl. T.O. was on a broken ankle, still put up 129 receiving yards. Donovan McNabb got sick and vomited on the field. I don't know what the hell is going on. They lost to the Patriots, and it wasn't like they played a horrible game, but when it came down to crunch time, Tom Brady completely laced us, throw after throw after throw after throw after throw, just money on money on money on money on money. There was nothing we could do about it. They ruined my hopes at a Super Bowl in 2004. But Andy Reid also drafted Nick Foles And when dumbass Chip Kelly traded Nick Foles, and Nick Foles was out of the league or went to St. Louis, Andy Reid gave him a second chance in Kansas City as a backup. And we saw, hey, Nick Foles can still play. And we signed Nick Foles back. And Nick Foles wins the championship against those New England Patriots. None of that happens without Andy Reid. None of it. So I should respect Andy Reid. I should cherish what Andy Reid did for me as a football fan. And I should be rooting for him to win the Super Bowl. Here's the difference in why Andy Reid never won a Super Bowl and why he could win one this year. Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, man. I mean, it's not even close. It's not even close. See, Andy Reid was a pass-happy guy, and Donovan McNabb just wasn't good enough to sustain that level of usage. He just wasn't good enough. Donovan McNabb was good. Great, maybe. There wasn't any great quarterbacks in Eagles history besides Ron Jaworski. Was he even great? You know what I mean? Like, besides Ron Jaworski, I mean, Donovan McNabb had every Eagles passing record in the books. That just tells you how lackluster the Philadelphia Eagles history was before Donovan McNabb and Andy Reid. Patrick Mahomes blows him out of the water. I mean, it's not even close. It's not even close. Donovan McNabb's career pass percentage is 59. Patrick Mahomes is 65. Donovan McNabb was 223 yards per game. Patrick Mahomes is 303. Donovan McNabb's career passer rating was at 85.9. Patrick Mahomes is a 100. I was going to say 100.8. It's 108.0. 85.9 versus 108.0. I mean, Patrick Mahomes blows him out of the water. He's 10 million times better than Donovan McNabb, and that's why Andy Reid can win a Super Bowl this year. Also, like I said, Todd Pinkston, James Thrash, all those garbage receivers we watched for all of those years. Andy Reid finally has the high-powered offense that can sustain his style of play, and we're talking about Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, Travis Kelce. He's got LaShawn McCoy back. I mean, dude, Andy Reid has the team this year, and he should get it done. I think he should get it done. So that's what I really think about whether Andy Reid can win a Super Bowl this year and whether Eagles fans should be rooting for him. Eagles fans, Andy Reid gave you a lot of great years of watching football. He gave you a lot of playoff football. He never gave you a ring, but the Eagles were so bad in the 90s. None of that would have happened without Andy Reid. We wouldn't have got to watch any fun football without Andy Reid. And truth be told, he let Nick Foles back in the league, and Nick Foles won us a Super Bowl. So we wouldn't even have a Super Bowl ring right now if it wasn't for Andy Reid. That's my take on it. Thank you guys for listening to the Run It Back podcast. My name is DJ Eastwood. Hit that subscribe button for more sports content every day. Peace. Go Chiefs, man. I'm rooting for Andy Reid. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?